Yes.
That's a yes, you weren't seen by anyone?
Yes.
Or a yes, you were seen by someone?
Yes.
Operation Fortune is the new film from Guy Ritchie, but is this another Guy Ritchie hit? Special Agent Fortune and his team of operatives recruit one of Hollywood's biggest movie stars to help them on an undercover mission when the sale of a deadly new weapons technology threatens to disrupt the world order. I like Guy Ritchie a lot. I respect him a lot as a filmmaker. The movie The Gentleman that I watched for the first time about 2 years ago, I didn't get to see in theaters, is one of my biggest regrets because I love that movie. I love it more as time goes on. It's one of my favorite Guy Ritchie movies. It's one of my favorite movies in the past few years. That dialogue, the style of directing, it all meshes together perfectly. So I always love when Guy Ritchie has a new film come out. But I'll be completely honest, I had no idea this film was even coming out until about 4 days ago. I don't know what the marketing team's doing here. I looked at it's coming out in theaters. It's not even coming out to streaming. It's going straight to theaters. So I was very concerned why we haven't heard much about this film. And to be honest, I kind of understand why. I had fun with this movie. It's just sort of okay. The one thing I'll say about this film, it is constantly a good time. I saw Wrath of Man 2 years ago. That was the last Guy Ritchie film. And that was more dreadful. But I did like that film more than Operation Fortune. But I think I said in my review 2 years ago that I do prefer the Guy Ritchie style of directing that's more fun, the witty dialogue, and that's in Operation Fortune. But I will say, out of his filmography, this is probably the weakest dialogue when it comes to his wit and the way he crafts characters. There's a lot of fun characters here, but they don't feel like they're fully developed, like they're not totally understood. But I will say it is a fun time. Like, I was never bored. That witty dialogue is in here. It just felt like Guy Ritchie tried to mix together The Gentleman and Wrath of Man into one movie. Obviously, those stories don't really match up, and this is like a spy adventure, but I don't know. Once you see the movie, you might understand what I'm trying to say, and I don't think it really works, because I do think this is one of Guy Ritchie's weakest films. Jason Statham is obviously great in this movie. He kills people. It's really fucking cool. Aubrey Plaza is a lot of fun, too. But my favorite performance here is Hugh Grant. I feel like he steals the show in every scene he's in. He's fantastic in this film. He was fantastic in The Gentleman. Honestly, his performance alone might be worth seeing this movie for. But that's really about it. I think if you're a Guy Ritchie fan, you'll have fun with this film. But if you've never seen any of Guy Ritchie's movies, this is definitely not going to win you over. This film just feels very disposable, which is disappointing because Guy Ritchie is such a unique director. And I respect the fact that they're still throwing him a lot of money to make movies. He's getting a theatrical release. Like, that's very impressive. But I will say, out of all the films he's made so far, this is definitely one of my least favorites. But I will say, it is a good time. I'll give Operation Fortune 6 Davey Daves. There are some very funny sequences in here, specifically that there's like another team that's trying to do their secret agent stuff. But that's really about it. Like, the plot itself isn't all that interesting. It's a throwaway espionage. We got to stop the bad guy from buying something, and it's that type of movie. You're really there for the performances and the dialogue, and for the most part, it holds up. But compared to other things he's made, you might as well just watch The Gentleman, because The Gentleman is still fucking great. That is a great movie. So, Operation Fortune. Let me know what you guys thought of it once you've seen it. I'm curious to hear, and thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave's Takes.